2, 3, and 4. Is that what I gave you? Right, I'm going to do them because some of you, your graphs look a bit crazy. Right, okay, so I think I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, I definitely am on the wrong page. 5. Right, okay, so f of x is x squared minus 4x, and in the domain minus 1 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 4. Okay, so there's my information that I need from the question. Before I start, shape. What shape is this going to be? Is it going to be a line or a curve? It's going to be a curve. How do you know it's a curve? Because it's an x squared term. What kind of a curve? Remember, the only curves you'll be asked to draw are happy faces and sad faces. Happy or sad? Happy. How do I know it's happy? Because the x squared term is here and it's positive. As in there's no sign with it, and no sign means it's positive. So x, that means this is what I'm going to end up with. That's how I knew. You know the way I looked at some of your homework and I said it's wrong, but it's done. Right? I don't mind wrong. I really mind not done. Okay? Right. So minus 1 something. Your points are going to be minus 1 something, 0 something, 1 something, 2 something, 3 something, and 4 something. How do I know? They're all the numbers between minus 1 and 4. Yes?
Can I put the equation on the calculator?
Yeah, I'm going to do that now.
For some reason it said error at the end.
Right, okay, you keyed in something wrong. It's not the calculator, it's you, no offense. Right, okay, now. Okay, I gave a loan of my calculator to someone yesterday and they jammed it in the wrong way. Yes, I'm very happy with that. If it doesn't go in, it's upside down. Right, okay, right, so here we go. I'm going to magnify it. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to magnify. Why won't that magnify? There we go. So I'm going to magnify and I'm going to turn on the light because it's easier to see. Okay, right, can we see the buttons? Right, are we good? Right, turn it on first. Right, I know it's stupid, but I always forget to turn it on and I start typing. And then I look and there's nothing on the screen. Right, okay? So the turn it on is for me, not for you. Right, the mode, then you press the mode, which is the button beside the on button. Right, and you go across to table, which is number 3. Okay, across to table and enter. All with me so far? Right, okay, then I need to put in x squared minus 4x, because that's what it is in the question. X squared minus 4x. I need to go, to get the x, it's the red over the close bracket. So to get the red, you need to press alpha. So it's alpha and the close bracket. And then you press a squared, x squared, and then you go minus 4, and there's another x, so alpha and x again. Okay, so x squared minus 4x. Are you all with me? Right, then you press equals. Equals is enter. Right, g of x you'll never be putting in. You can do 2 functions at the same time, but we'll only ever be doing 1. Right, so you just enter past that. Right, so then the start is minus 1. So small minus, that could be whoever got the error message. That could be why you're getting the error message. Use the small minus. See the small minus? To get in minus 1. So if you're putting a minus in front of a number, right, it's not a regular minus, like it's not a takeaway minus, if you know what I mean. Right, you use that. So it's minus 1 is the start. Okay, the end, enter. The end is 4 and it's always step 1, so you can just enter past step 1. Okay, that'll never change. You'll never have to change the step ever. Right, okay, and then your points come up. So the first one is, I can see him better up there, minus 1, 5, isn't it? So minus 1, 5. And I've already written down the start of my points because I knew them from the start. So it's minus 1, 5. The next one is 0, 0. Then it's 1 minus 3, 2 minus 4, Then I have to use the down arrow to get the next ones. It's 3 minus 3, and it would be 4, 0. Is that okay? And I know I need to end up with a smiley face. Okay? So it's always good to know what you end up with, because you know the way some of you ended up with kind of something a bit skewed, right? Okay, there was one graph I saw, there was only 1 point wrong, right? Okay, and when you see that, you can go and fix it. You know, you say, oh look, that's not a smiley face, so therefore I've gone wrong. I need to fix it. Okay, do you all know how to draw the graph?
Yeah.
Anyone confused about drawing the graph? Don't draw it on the ruler, draw it on the paper. Right. Okay, can't draw a straight line with a ruler. Okay, right. So the across ones, girls, I'll reduce that and reduce it a small bit. So here's my points. So the across ones are the first ones. So I have to go -1 up to 4. So I have to go across to -1 and up to 4 at this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gave each one, I gave 2 boxes. Please watch that, okay? Because if you gave 3 boxes once, you lose marks. If it's not drawn perfectly, you will lose marks, okay? Right, then my up and down numbers, the biggest one is 5 and the smallest one is -4, isn't it? So out of all the second numbers, it goes up, the biggest one is 5 and the lowest one is -4. So I have to count up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then I have to count down to -1, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Is that okay? -1, 5 is the first point, so that's across to -1 up to 5. Always go across first. 0, 0 is the middle point. 0, 0, the origin it's called, in the middle, right? 1 -3 is across 1 down to -3. 2 -4 is across to 2 down to -4. The next one is 3 down to -3. And the next one is 4, 0, which is across 4 and up to 0. Okay, so then it's a curve. I noticed some of you drew them with a ruler. Don't ever draw a curve with a ruler. A curve gets drawn freehand, okay, because it has to be curvy. You know, if you draw it with a ruler, it'll be all corners and stuff. And you want a curve to be curvy. Right, okay, so there you go. Now, it's not a full smiley face, as in if I drew on, it would be a full smiley face, but they only asked me to draw that much, so it's kind of a lopsided smiley face. Is that okay? Right, everyone who didn't get this, right, okay, can you see where you went wrong? Right, okay, does anyone have a graph in their copy and they have a clue where they went wrong? No? We're all okay? Right, okay. Next one, again, I'll do it. So the next one is number 3. So it's draw the graph of the function f of x equals x squared plus x minus 2 in the domain -3 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to, it's less than or equal to 3. Okay, so it's from -3 up to 3. So I know when I finish with my calculator, I'll have the point -3 something, then I'll have -2 something, I'll have -1 something, I'll have 0 something, 1 something, 2 something, and 3 something. Okay, so I know that because I'm going to have all the numbers between -3 and 3. So count up from -3 up to 3. Is that okay? Then off you go to your calculator. Okay, so I just need to cancel. It's already in the table mode because I had it in there for the last one. So f of x is this, x squared plus x minus 2. So I need to put in this. So to get the x in, it's alpha and the x. and then I press the squared, and then it's plus x, so plus alpha and the closed bracket to get in the x again, right, minus 2. Okay, so when you have your function in, girls, it should be exactly as it is in the question. And it is, isn't it? Okay, right. So then enter, as I say, g of x is if you want to put a second one in that you'll never want to put in a second, so just enter past it. Now the first one is minus 3, so I'm going to use the small minus. So minus 3 is the start, then I'm entering that, then 3 is the end. And as I say, it's always step 1, so you just enter past that. Okay? And then all in the table, all your points come up. So your first point is minus 3 in the first column, 4 in the second. Minus 2, 0, minus 1, minus 2, 0, minus 2. And then I've used the down arrow to get the rest of them. 1, 0, 2, 4, and 3, 10. Is that okay? So then I come on to draw it. Okay, so my biggest number, my across numbers, I have to go from minus 3 over to 3. So I have to do minus 3 over to 3. And I always leave 2 boxes, right? So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I look at my second numbers. So my second number is telling me how far to go up, yes? Yeah. So second numbers, girls, the biggest is 10 and the smallest is minus 2, isn't it? So that means I have to go up to 10 and down to minus 2. So minus 1, minus 2. And then I have to count up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Is that okay? Yeah, sorry. Okay, so is that alright? So then the first point was minus 3, 4, across to minus 3, up to 4. Across to minus 2, up 0. Across to minus 1, down to minus 2. Across 0, down to minus 2. Across 1, up 0. Across 2, up 4. And across 3, up 10. Is that alright? What I should have said before I started, tell me what shape it's going to be. Before I start. Smiley face. It's going to be a curve because it's an x squared. And because the x squared term is positive, it's going to be smiling. Okay? Now, just here, girls, the 2 bottom points are together. Do not do this, look. Okay? So when you're doing this, girls, when you're drawing it, go slightly below. So you can do a nice curve, okay? Is that alright? Okay. Are we good with that? You don't be penalised for having a shaky hand, okay? Is that alright? So don't worry about the little wobbles. I have a very shaky hand, as you can see. Right? Is that okay? So don't go straight across here. Come down and curve it so it goes up again. Are we good with that? Any questions? Right. The last one is number 4. So it's 2x squared minus x minus 3. So 2x squared minus x minus 3, and it's in the domain minus 2 up to 3. So it's minus 2 up to 3. So that means I'm going to add up with points that are minus 2 something, minus 1 something, 0 something, 1 something, 2 and 3. Is that okay? Are we all okay with this? Right, so then into the calculator, it's already in table mode. Right, okay, I scribbled on myself. So I have to put in 2x squared, so that's a 2. Alpha and the closed bracket, and then the squared. Take away alpha and the closed bracket gets me the x minus 3, and there's my function in. right, exactly as it was on the book. So then we enter, so equals, start is -2, small -2, enter, end, what am I after doing? Yeah, start is -2, enter, end is 3, right, always step 1, and then you get your points, right? I'm after doing something really strange. Yeah, I know, I did it wrong. These are the points I have, but I could have typed something wrong. -2, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, -1, 0, 0, -3. You all agree with me, because I could have typed something in wrong, because I got carried away there.
You still got that.
Yeah, go on, tell me, -3, -2, 3 and 12. -2, 3 and 12. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so there are your points. Yes.
When do you know when to use the small minus and the
If it's the first thing you type, right? So if the first thing you need to put into your calculator is a minus, use the small minus. If you've typed something before it, use the big minus. Is that okay? So if it's the first thing you type, so when you're putting in your number or your equation or whatever, if it's the first thing you're going to type is a minus, use the small minus. And if it's not the first thing you're typing, use the other minus. Does that make sense? Right, okay. So then I'm going to use this because I'm going to use this. I used it for the last one. Okay. So I'm just rubbing that out. Is that okay? So the first point was -2, 7. Across to -2 up to 7. Right, the next one is -1, 0. Across to -1 up 0. You can't see because it's, sorry. Now, next one is, so that point is gone, and that point is gone, okay. So I have, what have I, 0, -3 is here, 1, -2 is across to 1 down to -2, across to 2 up to 3, and across to 3 up to 12. Okay, so 12 will be up here somewhere. Sorry, across 3 up to 12. Okay, is that all right? And then freehand, curve it as much as you can. That's what it looks like. So it is a smiley face, lopsided, but that doesn't matter. Are we all okay? There was a few problems with this one. Right, please note, you know, when we were doing the ones before that, you had a point here and you kind of a matching point at the other side. Yeah? They don't have to be matching. If they are, they are. If they're not, they're not. Okay? Is that alright? You'll still end up with a smiley face. Are we all good with this? Okay, I'm going to give you some more of these to draw tonight. Okay? So, because I saw funny looking graphs and stuff, so I think we need more practice. So, page 531, let's do 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, there's a few questions with number 6 after you draw it. Okay, have a go with it. There's one question, I think. No, there's 2 questions. Have a go with them, but don't worry about it. Drawing it is the most important. Okay, is that alright? So page 531, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right, and you can start now.